we're going to now get into our division preview. So the structure of it, we're going to go team by team. We'll talk about last year. We'll talk about them going into this season. And then once we finish a division, we will do our division awards. To let you guys behind the curtain a little bit, Mike has his division awards already done, planned out. Mine, I'm going to do live on the show. So if I miss somebody, don't blame me. I'm doing them live. But
I have them planned out, but I do have like 2 or 3 guys for some of them, so I'm just deciding between.
Okay, interesting.
That little group of people.
Well, I mean, I know last time I didn't plan ahead. I missed like Micah Parsons or something.
Yeah.
So let me try not to do that again. Oh, that was with the East too, so I'm not going to do that this year.
Well, it's always the first one, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the start of a new season.
Yeah, we're knocking some of the rust off still. But we'll start with the AFC East. We're going to start with the Buffalo Bills. Mike, they added... oh, Jesus, I already found an error in my notes. They added Joey Bosa, Trey White, Mac Hollins, Shaq Thompson, as well as drafting a couple of Kentucky guys, Maxwell Harrison and Deion Walker, which, of course, you see the sign behind me. I'm a little bit biased, but I was happy that they did that. They do lose Amari Cooper, who we can talk about here if you want. Amari Cooper is still a free agent.
Yeah, I got duped by, I don't know what it was, if it was Adam Schefter or whatever.
Schefter, yeah.
They said he retired.
Oh.
And I got duped by it. I don't believe he retired.
I thought he retired too, so I must have gotten Scheffler as well.
Maybe it was real. Maybe I don't. I'll have to.
I have him listed as a UFA, so I guess if he's retired, that still makes him a UFA. But they also lost Rasul Douglas, who they got at the deadline from the Packers, which I liked that signing or that trade for them. And outside of that, they didn't really lose anybody crazy. As far as people they retained, they extended Josh Allen, re-signed Matt Milano, Ogunjobi, Ty Johnson, Reed Ferguson, and then Khalil Shakir also got extended, as well as Gregory Rousseau. But if we look at them last season, the Bills were 13-4. They lost in the AFC Championship game, points per game. They were 11th in passing yards per game, 9th in rushing yards, 21st in pass defense, and last in rushing defense. 13th in rushing defense. I'm losing it today. But Mike, I will ask you this. They were the worst in passing defense out of all their categories here. Where do you think they're going to be looking going ahead into next season in that category after losing a guy like Rasul Douglas and outside of Maxwell Harrison, who they drafted? If he doesn't hit right away, which it's tough for corners, I don't know if this pass defense really got better.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it got better. And Harrison also got hurt. He's week to week in camp right now. I think
really
LCL injury, I believe. So he's dealing with that. I don't really think their secondary is gonna get that much better yards wise. They have struggled there, but the one thing they haven't been able to do is turn teams over. 3rd in turnovers forced with 32. They're bad in third down defense, but if you can turn the ball over, that's still going to help you win games. And I trust their offense to win games regardless. But on their secondary, I don't really see it getting better. I think they just need to stay healthy. They have a great coach with McDermott to get it done. The defense will show up and still be decent. Milano's going to be coming off of his 2nd year post that bad injury.
Yep.
He's going to be a little bit better. And Joey Bosa obviously coming in is huge as well.
But, I mean, he's another guy where
injuries.
You going to expect to see Joey Bosa on this team in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
That's the hard part.
It's hard to tell. But, I mean, I will say, and I like the point you brought up about the turnovers because that's huge. Their offense, as good as it was last year, they weren't, like, stellar. They were 11th in passing yards per game, 9th in rushing yards per game. But it was the turnovers on defense that just helped them so much. They were able to turn teams over. They were one of those teams that they're either going to let you get 1 trillion yards on them or they're going to turn you over, and they were able to do that a ton last year. It's a big reason why they succeeded.
Yeah, that was just a big reason. Josh Allen won MVP. Like, obviously, it's Josh Allen. He's going to be great. They did bring in Elijah Moore. Maybe that's a guy who can step up from the Browns and help the pass offense a little bit. James Cook has got some contract issues going on right now, so I think he might be in a hold-in currently.
First hold-in mentioned in the episode.
And they have the offensive line, though, to be fine. This offensive line is, I believe, returning all 5 starters from last season. That's always a good thing.
Huge.
And they really don't have a weak spot on that offensive line. So they got tight ends. They have weapons. Josh Palmer's another guy they brought in. I think he can be a solid weapon. He had his chances with the Chargers, just never really got it done. But
he had his weeks. He had his weeks where he was a big waiver wire guy.
Oh, yeah, always. Larry Ogunjobi's another guy I'm pretty sure they signed. He's suspended for a while, though.
Oh, really?
He's going to miss 4 weeks of PED suspension.
So they got a lot of these new guys coming in that aren't going to be playing right away.
At the start of the season, yeah.
It's concerning.
Yeah, they dominate this division. I believe they've won it 6 times in a row. So I trust them to win this division.
I mean, I'm pretty notorious now, year 3 of doing these previews. This is usually the point where I shit on the Bills and I try to get ahead of the take being right. I mean, where do we grade me? Because the first year, 2023, they ended up kind of being bad.
But they won the division.
But they weren't good.
They still won the division, and I think they won a playoff game that year.
Did they?
I believe so.
Yeah, because they played the Steelers.
Yeah, because they got hot late in the season.
Or did
They
play
won
the
like
Steelers
7
this
games
year?
in a row or 6 games in a row.
Right, you're right. Because they fired. Who did they fire? I forget. They had a scapegoat.
They fired their OC and brought in Joe Brady.
Yes, that is what happened. I'd call that a success for me.
I would not.
Now, last year,
Epic failure.
is it an epic failure, though? Because I had
Epic
them finishing second in the division. Obviously, they still won the division.
But who'd you have finishing first?
The Jets. I get that. I get that
Epic failure.
that was a bad take by me. But
We'll see if you have the Jets winning again.
I've been right about them not making it to the Super Bowl.
I mean, only 2 teams. You have a pretty good chance of being correct. At
Yeah,
that
but
one,
they're always like one
predicting
of the favorites. It's not like I'm saying the I don't know, the Bears aren't going to make the Super Bowl.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to stay put on that. Do you have anything else about the Bills here before we move on to Miami?
I don't believe I have too much. I just trust them.
Yeah.
I do.
The Dolphins. We move on to the Miami Dolphins. Last season, they were 8-9. They missed the playoffs, of course. Yards per game, passing 16th, rushing 21st. Yards allowed per game, passing 10th, rushing 8th. A big point of emphasis I had midway through the season for the Dolphins was how good their defense was playing. And we even said, like, the games where Tua was in, they were great offensively. So I always hate to be like their season wasn't a success because one person got injured. But in football, when it's your quarterback, you can have everything right around it and you lose your quarterback and you're screwed. And I feel like that's kind of the situation here with the Dolphins. They don't add a ton of people of, I don't want to say people of value, but
Yeah, no.
But I mean, they don't add a ton of people of value. Nick Westbrook-Akine, I thought that was a solid get for them. Also, of course, they get Minka back in exchange for Jalen Ramsey, which that's a toss-up trade for me.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong opinion about either one.
I don't have a strong opinion. A year or two ago, I would have said Minka would be the better player to have, but I kind of almost think it's Ramsey now.
Yeah, I think I don't really have I wish I could give a direct take there.
Yeah, I'm back and forth on it, but I think I don't know. It's just the injuries. Fitzpatrick's been sounds like a little bit of a locker room cancer almost in Pittsburgh.
I think his play had a big part of it too. He wasn't playing well.
No.
Also, they get Jack Jones from the Raiders. He's decent.
Yeah.
Deshaun Hand they add as well. Willie Gay, Mike Hilton. So they added a lot of names.
I mean Darren Waller.
Did they add Darren Waller?
They added that was in the trade with the Giants. They bring in Darren Waller.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Darren Waller, huge.
He remains on the PUP list though. So.
Okay.
But his agent Drew Rosenhaus expects him to be ready for Week 1.
Okay. They also drafted Kenneth
The rap
Grant.
career fell apart, so he had to.
Yeah,
he had to find a new job.
Kelsey Plum was playing too good in the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, they draft Kenneth Grant as well. I liked drafting DT. I'm not the biggest Kenneth Grant guy personally, but I like the positional fit at least.
Yeah. The big, I mean, they didn't, like you said, they didn't make too many big moves, but the move I do like that they made was kind of bringing in Nick Westbrook-Akine.
I like it too. He was great last year.
He was 9 touchdowns with the Titans last season. He's a solid receiver to have. You can put him next to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and then you bring in Darren Waller. They lost Jonnu Smith, which is kind of a big loss. He thought he was going to end his career there, but they bring in Waller. They have the weapons for Tua. It's just literally, we've said this years now, I don't think you can win a Super Bowl with Tua, but you can win a lot of regular season games with him.
Agreed.
And if he's not playing, you're not going to win a lot of regular season games. They do have at least I don't want to say competent backup quarterback now.
They have a backup quarterback who started a good amount of games.
Yeah, they have a backup quarterback that has played before. It's not Skylar Thompson or Snoop Huntley. I guess Snoop Huntley's maybe a little bit better, but we saw how that went at the end of last season.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can confidently say Snoop Huntley's better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know. And I've heard Quinn Ewers is okay. And
they have Quinn Ewers as well. I had to mention this. This is off topic, kind of, but you mentioned Jonnu Smith. Did you see the Steelers thing the other day with him?
I did not.
They ran a 4 tight end set with him in the backfield.
Wow. Who's the fourth tight end? Because it's him, Freiermuth, Darnell Washington.
I don't know. I have no idea. I might have gotten Scheffler there too.
It wouldn't shock me though.
But
they have all the mid tight ends possible. It's gonna if two of them get hurt,
Jonnu in the backfield.
someone's gonna be a great waiver wire pickup.
Yeah, I know. That's hilarious. Any notable losses here? Agba and Mostert.
Teron Armstead.
Teron Armstead as well. Yes, correct. And then really, they didn't really bring back.
They lost Calais Campbell. He's older though. Kind of was a locker room guy.
Yeah,
he's going back to his original team with the Cardinals. Good for him.
That shouldn't be a make or break.
No, it should not be. But
they'll be okay. So we'll obviously get into it when we do our standing predictions at the end here. And what do we think about the Dolphins? Like overall, like I'm kind of high on them.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, I'm kind of high.
I'm not high on this Dolphins team. I'm kind of in almost the same spot I always am, where I think they can do solid in the regular season, but I don't have them enough to win a division or even win a playoff game, to be quite honest.
You don't think they can win a playoff game?
I don't think so.
I feel like it's every year. Like, maybe it's because I'm just not a Bills guy, but I always get a good feeling about one other non-Bills AFC East team, and that's where I'm at on the Dolphins right now. I also don't have my standing predictions prepared either, so I'm doing that on the spot.
Oh, wow. I look at their defense, and while I think it's solid, I just don't think it's good enough.
I mean, they were top 10.
They were. I still don't think they're good enough. Losing Ramsey's going to hurt. They do have Jack Jones still, Bradley Chubb. Hopefully they can stay healthy with some of these guys. Jalen Phillips.
Pass rush was really good last year.
Yeah. Their pass rush is always good. They do have a tough early schedule where that's usually where the Dolphins tend to make and break their season.
Great point.
Week 1. I believe weeks 2 through 8, they got the Bills, Patriots, Jets, and then multiple playoff teams. So that's a little concerning. But it all. I mean, this offensive line too is not great at all.
Yeah,
it's not great. Losing Teron Armstead is huge. They're going to have Patrick Paul step in and kind of take over that spot. He was a second round pick. Has struggled last season, but hopefully he can step up into that. James Daniels coming in is going to be okay. It's just I don't know. I'm not high on them. I think they can make the playoffs. I just don't think they can do anything else other than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's selling them a little bit short. I'm with you, though, on the offensive line thing. I'm worried about that with Tua. But then they have Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So it might be okay.
Or maybe Quinn Ewers steps in.
I
am high on Devon Achane. I think he's a great running back, and he can continue to get better. We saw how he was
no Mostert now.
Pretty dominant with Tua in the lineup. When Tua's out of the lineup, it struggled. He's a guy who's really good in those short passes for Tua, those checkdowns. And
he was sneaky good even without Tua, weirdly enough. I know he wasn't great in
fantasy. He was okay running the ball, but in the receiving game, he was non-existent.
Yes, yeah. But that's not his fault.
No, you got Snoop Huntley in, and if he doesn't see his first read open down the field, he's going to try to look and take off.
Yeah, exactly. We can move on now to the Jets, which this will be a fun team to talk about here. The New York Jets, obviously, they lose Aaron Rodgers. They lose Devontae Adams, Hassan Reddick, Javon Kinlaw. Wait, did they even have Javon Kinlaw?
They didn't, yes.
They did? Okay. For some reason, I thought I read that wrong. Hassan Reddick, I said, DJ Reed, Morgan Moses as well. So they lost a lot of guys this offseason. And they are going to save it all by bringing in Justin Fields, I should say, who's going to be their QB1. He was, and we've harped on the Fields thing for hours on this show before. Even almost. Like the free agency episode, he took up a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it really just came down to the fact, and I'll keep repeating it, Fields didn't have many options, and the Jets didn't have many options. So they kind of just got to the point where it's like, okay, we're kind of meant to be here. We really don't, neither of us have another choice. So we might as well do what we got to do and pair up here. And, I mean, I like Fields. I think he improved a lot since his Bears days. I thought he was decent with the Steelers at the beginning of the year last year. Obviously, we were fighting hard for him to remain the quarterback over Russ, which for a second looked like we were dumb and then ended up coming back to earth, and we were actually the smart ones at the end of the day. But with that being said, I don't think he's going to perform well in New York.
Yeah. I don't know. I look back and forth. They have a decent roster. It's just like it kind of comes down to field. He has an offensive line here in New York, which is something we haven't really said too often. The offensive line for the Jets, if their first-round pick, Armand Membu, can turn out.
They're good on paper.
Their interior offensive line is fantastic. And then Olu Fashanu and Membu, 2 first-round picks back-to-back years.
Better than the Steelers.
Yeah, way better than the Steelers. So they have that going for them. They obviously have a couple top weapons. But can Fields get it done is the answer. And he's won games with Pittsburgh. That's something he didn't do in Chicago. but he didn't have the stats really to back it up. He didn't really do too much. So
I'm worried about the defense regressing a bit as well.
yeah,
I'm worried about Sauce having to play without DJ Reed. Not that I'm saying DJ Reed is like the reason Sauce is good or anything, but it helps the cornerback room and the secondary in general just to have a guy like that.
Yeah, they bring in Andre Sisco as a safety, though. I think that could be a solid. Their secondary still, even without Reed, isn't terrible. They still have a decent secondary. It's obviously not as good, but it's still decent. And then their linebackers, Quincy Williams, Pro Bowler, he's good. They have him. He's and then Sherwood as well. They have two solid linebackers right there that'll easily get the job done. And then the defensive line, it's not the greatest, but again, it's still solid. I still think that's
a worry.
Yeah,
for sure.
Will McDonald, I believe he had 10.5 sacks last season, so he had a solid rookie season. Then you have Quinnen Williams, who's great. Jermaine Johnson's been solid, but they're all kind of banged up still from last season, which is never good.
Yeah, no, not at all. And the Jets, I don't want to say they're cursed because I don't really believe in cursed like that, but it's just bad. It's just bad vibes.
I think it's been 14 years since a playoff appearance, so
yeah,
they have a little bit of a curse going on right now.
Oh, and we should have mentioned this with the Bills, but today is the start of Hard Knocks as we're recording this on Tuesday night.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Hard Knocks starts tonight. So
interesting.
Do you care? Let's go 3, 2, 1. No for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not at all. Not even a little.
Not too much.
You want to try to get that in unison or?
Sure.
3, 2, 1. No. Okay, just making sure we're on the same page. But yeah, that's about all I got for the Jets.
Yeah, I don't have too much. I was just looking at their O-line though, and I'm hoping for Jets fans' sake that their O-line is able to step up and be solid this season, so they at least have something going for them.
Yeah, but even then, like if they're losing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And they still Rodgers was decent last year, but they were losing and no one cared.
Mm-hmm. And they have the stars to go. They just have the stars. Garrett Wilson, he's fantastic. Breece Hall kind of has a big name. He still needs to really perform. Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
They have stars. Quincy Williams, Quinnen Williams. They just all got to go out there and perform, and the quarterback is the concern. And obviously they are bringing in a brand new coaching staff with Aaron Glenn, new offensive coordinator. What's his name from Tanner Engstrand? He's from the Lions.
Tanner Engstrand, the quarterback.
And then Steve Wilkes as DC.
Yes. So good staff.
Yeah.
And I trust Aaron Glenn. He's at least going to have the vibes high. Hopefully.
Yeah, at least get the vibes high. Start to build a culture for this team. I think that's just huge in general.
All right, we can move on to our final team now here, the New England Patriots for this division. They ended their season missing the playoffs. If you have the stats in front of you, we won't play this game. But do you have passing yards, rushing yards, opponent passing,
I do
opponent
not.
rushing? You want to guess where they ranked on each one?
For which ones?
Okay, we'll start. Passing yards per game.
I'm gonna guess 22nd.
Last.
Oh wow.
Rushing yards per game.
28th.
14th.
Oh, I thought this was gonna go where they all finished at the bottom.
Passing yards allowed per game.
I'm gonna go like 17th.
12th. They weren't bad.
No.
Pretty good. And then rushing yards allowed per game.
I'm gonna stick in that kind of mid-range. I'll go 19th.
22nd.
Okay.
So
close.
here's why I even mentioned that this I think is relevant at all. Because with bad teams sometimes you can look at something like that and be like, oh, they were 14th in rushing yards per game and 12th in passing yards per game, or passing yards allowed per game. So they must have been decent. The deal is they were down a lot and teams were running on them. And when you see a team that isn't good have a decent pass defense and a bad run defense, that usually means they just weren't a good team, and that's why they didn't have a ton of passing yards on them. Now, how they managed to be not a good team and chucking the ball, being down all game, and sitting at 32nd in passing yards per game, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah. I mean, they made a decent amount of moves, and a lot of them I liked. They add a lot to the defense, and the biggest move they made was bringing in Mike Vrabel, new head coach. He's a guy who's won before, and he's won with less talent than other teams in Tennessee. They bring in Josh McDaniels, who had a really rough stint in Vegas. But as a coordinator, he's always been solid, and he's been with the Patriots, so he knows this culture. And obviously, Vrabel's probably going to bring a similar culture that they had there before. The only concern, I like what they made with the defense, what they brought in. Harold Landry, that's a good addition. Milton Williams, Morgan Moses, they bring in on the offensive side of the ball. Carlton Davis from the Lions, good addition. So, and Robert Spillane as well. So, yeah, I like a lot of the moves they made, and I think this defense is going to be better.
Yeah, I kind of wanted – this is a bit of an unintentional pivot for me, but I said all that about them last year just to say I'm kind of high on them this year.
I know I'm sneaky high on them too.
I think they had a really good offseason. I mean, we'll start with their draft. Will Campbell, I think that's a knock it out of the park. Easy pick for them at 4. I thought Josh Farmer was a steal from Florida State, the D tackle in like the third, fourth round where they got him.
Later in the draft.
Kyle Williams, decent, 3rd round. And then, like you said, all the guys they brought in. Harold Landry, I'm super high on with the Titans. Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs. Carlton Davis, if he could stay healthy, is great, but that's a big if. Who else we got here? Milton Williams from the Eagles is a huge signing as well. I'm super high on the moves they made and them improving. Am I high on them as far as like being a playoff team? Absolutely not. Not even close. But I like Drake Maye a lot, and like you said, the number one move was bringing in Vrabel. That was the biggest thing, and I think Josh McDaniels will be a lot better as an OC this time around. And yeah, I think we're going to be talking about this Patriots team a couple years from now on one of these previews, talking playoffs. Maybe it's next year, maybe it's the year after, but we're trending in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I almost think they could compete with the Dolphins, to be honest.
Oh, here we go.
I almost think they could. I think Drake Maye is that good. He was great in his rookie season. I think the big factor is if the weapons can show up for him.
Yeah.
If they can get Stephon Diggs to play, if he's healthy, that will be huge. They bring in Mac Hollins, too. He was just a solid guy to have. You're never going to be mad to have him on the field, really. Demario Douglas, he was solid last season. It's the concern is that they didn't bring in enough to go around Drake Maye. But I sneaky think they're going to be good.
Yeah, and I wanted to be the one that was high on the Patriots here, but I'm happy to hear you are as well. I think the over Dolphins thing is kind of crazy. You saying that, you mean that the Dolphins, you think Tua is going to get hurt and miss a ton of time?
I don't think Tua's going to. I don't want to ever say someone's going to get hurt.
But with Tua, I don't see how they.
You never know. I just think almost
Patriots.
as a roster wise, I don't think they're that far behind.
Well, I disagree.
I don't think they're that far.
I'd be
behind.
willing to take a gentleman's bet here.
I mean,
I'll give you a game.
Then. I think the odds probably are way.
I'll give you a
favor.
game.
Wait, what?
I'll give you a game.
What's that?
That's what I'm saying.
Give me a game.
If they finish a game short, I'll give it to you.
I'm not going to take that.
If it's tied, or they're one game off from the Dolphins, or they have a better record than the Dolphins, you win.
I'm not going to take that.
Okay, see, because you know the Dolphins are better than them.
I mean, I don't. I also think Vrabel is a way better coach than McDaniels. I think he could coach circles around him, to be honest.
Well, I mean, wait, McDaniels.
Or McDaniel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's where I got confused. I didn't mean to semantics you there. I was just because I thought McDaniel's the OC, and then I was getting confused. But yes, I don't think he's way better. I think he's better. But like McDaniel's had success. He's just kind of been dealt a bad hand.
I mean, you look at the secondary for the Patriots. That's a pretty good secondary with Carlton Davis, Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, and you got Jabril Peppers and Kyle Duggar back there. Marcus Epps is a solid guy to bring in.
Where have Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez spent most of the past couple seasons?
Injured, but I mean you can say the same thing with everybody on the Dolphins. So
yeah, fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. Can't even argue that. That finishes our division out here, and kind of a good time for us to argue about who's going to finish higher because it's time for our predictions. I'll start unless you want to start.
You can start.
I think I'm pretty clear where I'm going with this. Last place Patriots, Jets. Sorry, last place Jets. Last place Jets. Third to last or second to last. Jesus. Third place Patriots. Second place, but Dolphins. First place Bills.
Yeah, I have the same.
Okay, so.
But I have the Patriots right behind them.
Yeah, right behind them.
just like a
2A, 2B.
Yeah, 2A, 2B. I have them right there.
Okay. All right. Now it's time for our division awards, and because I don't have mine, I'm making you lead off.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I have this one solo. I have Will Campbell, Patriots.
We don't even have to go back. You can just give your reasoning on him. I'm going with Will Campbell as well. So
yeah, not too much. Really offensive talent in this division. He was an early pick. I think he's going to be very good for this team. They needed offensive line help. He's listed as a left tackle. I think that could help. They bring in Morgan Moses to go on the right side, so I think these tackles for the Patriots could be solid, but I like Will Campbell a lot. I think he's going to bring a nasty kind of aura to him, and I think it's going to help this offensive line. I got Will Campbell.
All right, so go ahead, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, I'll just touch on Will Campbell for a second. I completely agree. I loved the thing where Vrabel said he had to put his hands on him to feel him before he drafted him. At that moment, I made my decision. He was my Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And for Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm concerned with the injury, but I'm still going to go with Maxwell Hairston of the Bills, defensive back. If he's healthy, he's going to be on the field a lot, I believe. and they need help in that secondary, like we said earlier. They struggled there. Maybe you can help him with even getting more turnovers, but I like him. Good player from Kentucky, so I have him for D-Roy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get some shots up today, and I'm just going to try to be right about some shit, and maybe I'll be wrong, and if I am, we just won't ever mention it. I'm going to go Josh Farmer as my D-Roy for this division. I think he's in a room where there's not a ton of great interior defensive line talent in New England, so I think he's going to get a shit ton of snaps, and if he could play at the potential people thought he was going to be able to before he fell and had a tough last end of his season with Florida State, which I think you've got to give him a little bit of a breather on because he was on Florida State, and there was a lot of shit going on. But regardless, I'm going with Josh Farmer as my D-Roy for this division.
Yeah, I'm very shocked you didn't go with the Wildcat there. But for Offensive Player of the Year,
Told you I'm taking shots.
Offensive Player of the Year, I got Drake Maye. I think he's due to have a great season. He was very good in his rookie season. He's in his second season now. Like I said, if he gets Stephon Diggs healthy and on the field, that could be huge. Kyle Williams, a rookie as well. Sounds like Jalen Polk's kind of just gone from this team, which is interesting. I don't think he was going to bring too much to that room anyways. I like the addition of Travion Henderson as well to help him in the backfield with Ramondre. I think he's due for a big season, and if he does, this team could be a lot better than people expect. So I got Drake Maye as my Opoy.
For my Opoy, I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson. I like that he's going to be back with Justin Fields. I know that's another one where I'm taking a tiny bit of a shot because it could end up bad if Justin Fields doesn't perform well. But like we said, their offensive line is good enough where you should have time to be able to throw and not be forced to run the ball all the time. They haven't been great running the ball, so they're probably going to have to pass it a little bit more. And then you have the Garrett Wilson-Justin Fields connection. He's already a great receiver. I think that's just going to help him out even more. So give me Garrett Wilson at Opoy.
Yeah, that's a guy who I'm always high on. I will never say anything bad about Garrett Wilson. I think he's fantastic.
But you like Drake Maye more.
But I'm taking Drake Maye. I was going between Tyreek Hill, really, and Drake Maye.
Yeah.
But for Depoy, I'm going to continue to go with Sauce Gardner. I think I've gone with him a couple of years now. He's a great corner, one of the best in the league no matter what. He's not on a defense that's as good. He's obviously losing his partner, DJ Reed, but I think he's still due for a great season. He's a great talent. I think he's going to perform, and they're going to need him to play good if they want to be good. So I got Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty consensus pick for this division. I also have Sauce Gardner. Just to echo exactly what you just said, I do have my concerns about him. But when I look and I stack him up to the other defensive players in this division, there's nobody that jumps out that would be a huge comparison to him. Because, I mean, like, what are we looking at here? Joey Bosa?
That's who I had listed as a honorable mention was Joey Bosa. And Christian, I think Christian Gonzalez, if he's healthy, could also be a good honorable mention.
I'm trying to think of Chubb maybe, but he's also banged up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's pretty tough. Oh, Quinnen Williams as well.
Yeah, Quincy Williams.
So I guess there are some options for Depoy, but MVP,
I got the MVP of the NFL last season. There's not much to say. Josh Allen, top 3 quarterback in the NFL, no matter what. He's a great talent. He can do everything on the football field. Throw it basically the entire length of the field. Run over any defender. He's a crazy talent, and it's not even a question. It's Josh Allen.
Agreed. Yeah, Josh Allen for me as well. I mean, who are you going to pick over Josh Allen here?
You can't.
Like you say, he's not
there's not a league.
No. There's nothing that is going to stop him from being the best player in this division outside of an injury. Otherwise, he's going to be the best.
And he hasn't, knock on wood, hasn't had that yet.
Yeah, unless Drake Maye.
Unless Drake Maye. Maybe it's Drake Maye's time with Mike Vrabel.